When will the Quest 2 be back in stock? Is the Quest 2 dead? Where is the Quest 2? I want a Quest 2. Where is it? Is this the end of the Quest 2? Where is the Quest 2? I want a Quest 2. Where is the Quest 2? Where is the end of the Quest 2?
Stop! We need to talk about the future of the Quest 2 real quick. As many of you guys know, unless you're watching this later than the 24th of this month, Quest 2s are in stock virtually nowhere and are currently being recalled by Facebook across the world. Mainstream media got their hands on this and essentially created a storm of panic surrounding the Oculus Quest 2, which has led to a total storm of panic from the Oculus community, which has further led to viewership regarding the Quest 2 on YouTube to also become a storm of uncertainty regarding the future of this amazing headset. So here I am adding my to this storm of clickbait surrounding the uncertain future of the Quest 2. I'm going to try and avoid wasting your time with any bullshit here and just try and explain to you what the is going on and if you should be concerned or not about the death of the Quest 2 circling online, as well as how current Quest 2 users are getting really screwed over here. Talking about not wasting time, my segues into giveaways. I'm giving away a game key every video until 100k, and Synth Riders, without asking, sent me more keys than my mental health can even handle. So if you want to win a copy of one of my favorite VR games of all time for the Oculus platform, drop a comment down below on what you think of the current Quest 2 situation and if it affects you in any way, as well as having, of course, liked and subscribed, as I'll be picking users from my subscribers list. So on the 27th of last month, Facebook announced publicly that they would be recalling all Oculus Quest 2 headsets due to the facepad irritation issue that I've mentioned a few times in previous videos. The facepad on the Quest 2, 1, gets really gross after some playtime as it's essentially a sweat sponge, 2, after some use begins to feel almost sandpaperish, and 3, was causing some users to even have allergic reactions to the chemicals used in the facepad. For a little while, Facebook partnered with VR Cover to offer replacements to users that were struggling with the default facepad, but shown by this announcement obviously gave in to how much of an issue this really was posing to many users out there. Although there is still some hope in securing an Oculus Quest 2 via second-hand sites like eBay, though these are quickly becoming landscapes of scalpers as prices begin to jack up the longer the Quest 2 is out of stock. I mean, it's depressing that we live in a time where literally anything that releases now is constantly scalped, but I guess that's the age we're living in. I mean, for a non-second-hand Quest 2 right now, you're looking at $500 to $600 in some cases. Now, here's where this gets pretty fucked up. This got mainstream attention from CNN, The Wall Street Journal, everyone's favorite PC building news source, The Verge, whatever the the Scottish Sun is meant to be, as well as Big Black Cock. I mean, British News Corporation, bruv, innit? Who all, for the most part, hijacked this announcement as a way to completely blast virtual reality once again. I still have no idea why mainstream media has such a hatred for VR as we've seen in the past with incidences like this that are clearly total blatant naivety and total refusal to give it a chance to begin with.
So why does virtual reality still suck? Most of these devices aren't something you can just plug into a power outlet and be on your way.
Setting up a virtual reality experience on your own can be kind of a hassle. It just takes a lot of time, and even once you've spent it, you might not know what you want to do. Even the best games that have been in VR, like Resident Evil 7 or Super Hot VR, are available on regular computers, so there's not much of a reason just to go to VR to play.
Perhaps it's due to concern regarding Facebook setting themselves up to have an insane level of power over the next 5 to 10 years of VR development, getting users into an Apple-like VR ecosystem by undercutting price, pushing for 1 billion total users in VR, starting development on even a Ready Player One-like Oasis, currently being called the Metaverse. It's not a stretch to believe that these publications and journalistic article-based media feel threatened by the shifting tides in the media industry as a whole. But it's also not a stretch to believe that they're just desperately trying to spin drama out of anything desperate for your attention. In hindsight, editing this, isn't that just what I'm doing? Am I a part of the problem? Unfortunately, this worked wonderfully, as over the last week, I've received more messages than obnoxious zooms that I make in videos to emphasize points from hundreds of panicking users concerned about the future of the Quest 2. Everywhere I go, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, I'm bombarded with users desperately asking why they can't buy a Quest 2 right now, if the Quest 2 is dead, if they will have the Quest 2 taken away from them due to the recalls. I've even had users ask me if they should switch and get a Rift S instead, instead, which is, for those of you unaware, a far worse headset in regards to resolution, refresh rate, capability. Like, it's a speck of dust compared to this headset, just because they think that this thing no longer exists on planet Earth anywhere. Even some users making a total switch to Steam VR, asking if they should get a HP reverb and build an entire gaming PC. This has definitely affected the core community more than most people who are adapt to this sort of information realize. A lot of users just don't know what's going on right now and don't know what to do. I can't even open Instagram on my phone without it crashing from the amount of messages that I'm getting about this. So is the Quest 2 dead? Will you ever be able to buy one again? And is Facebook going to take everyone's Quest 2 away? Well, what almost all of these publications conveniently left out of all the headlines is that the Quest 2 is returning to sale on the 24th of this month with an upgraded 128 gigabyte storage and a new facial interface for the exact same $299 price tag, and won't be requiring returns of current Quest 2 users' headsets. But great news, as this is for anyone wanting to buy a Quest 2 that doesn't already have one. This was a huge punch in the gut to the millions that have already bought a Quest 2, especially those of you that have bought a Quest 2 recently. I mean, double the storage space for the same fucking price? Are you kidding me? And not even like a sorry? I've just spent 300 smackers on this, mate. I'll have you for that. This is frustrating news to come about right now. Currently, the Quest 2 is doing better than it ever has before. I mean, 1 in 3 VR headsets used on Steam VR right now is a Quest 2. Not to mention, the Quest 2 is even gaining relevancy within the general public's eye anyway via Facebook, as some users are just buying a Quest 2 to re-access locked Facebook accounts, as Facebook has its own division for VR customer-based support that seem to be much faster and more efficient in restoring locked Facebook accounts. This combined with the continuous background talk of the Quest 3 having face tracking, eye tracking, a HDR display, varifocal lenses, wider FOV, and many of these features being shown off in action multiple years ago, and at least some of them can be almost guaranteed to show up in the Quest 3, and an estimated release date from market analysts of sometime within the next year, has pushed many into returning their current 64 gig Quest 2 and just waiting it out until the Quest 3 or whatever headset Facebook has next. This also has to have harmed the Quest 2's public image, as many are still unaware that this is even returning to sale. This is why I'm making this video, because I'm still asked about this. This is due to the dramatization done to this announcement by the mainstream media. See how the Wall Street Journal uses this terminology. Virtual reality hits a snag. You see how they're not saying Oculus Quest 2 hits a snag. They're using this as a way to deface virtual reality as a whole, like they have since the beginning. I mean, look at this. This literally looks like a Fortnite YouTuber's thumbnail, man. I don't even want to think about what this has done to Facebook's Quest 2 sales and their progress towards the 1 billion in VR after reading some of these articles and the messages that I've gotten recently. And the deck gear that I briefly mentioned a few videos ago has very quickly become a much more desirable option for many users after this recent news. I mean, it's essentially offering in many regards Quest 3 level specs, from face tracking, eye tracking, full hand tracking via index controller designs. I mean, this announcement and this reaction from the mainstream media is perfect for deck gear, and now would be a better time than ever for them to actually capitalize on this and show us some actual gameplay of the headset itself. This video might seem dumb to some of you that are more adept within the VR community and spend more time within and already have a Quest 2. You completely forget about the general mainstream audience that are reading these publications and, to the best of their knowledge, seeing these headlines, think this is the end of Quest as a whole. If anything, this is a temporary sort of public image death of the Quest 2 rather than an actual death of the headset itself. So there, the Quest 2 isn't dead. If you want to return yours, do what the fuck you want. I'm not your dad. If you want to wait for the Quest 3, that's great. Just please stop messaging me about this. Do what you want to do. Just leave me alone. But what you shouldn't leave alone is this chance to win a copy of Synth Riders. If you want to win, just drop a comment down below on what you think of the current Quest 2 situation and if it affects you in any way, as well as having, of course, liked and subscribed, as we're picking users from my subscribers list. And the winner from the last video's giveaway is Nagatsu with this super wholesome comment. I'll be contacting you through the reply to that comment or over on your channel discussion page, so feel free to respond to me through either of those two avenues. If you got to this point in the video, thank you so much. I love you. Seriously, I'm not even joking when I say that. Thank you so much. You keep this watch time nice and high, and you keep these videos recommended by YouTube. So thank you for keeping my YouTube career afloat. And if you got to this point, you likely like some of this content. So maybe check out my Twitch, my Discord. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye. Thank you again, everyone that's shown up to the Twitch. I can't believe it. Each time I release a new video, it's gotten more and more insane. So I keep thanking you. Suddenly like peaking at 80 viewers at times. So thank you everyone that watches my dumbass live. We do game key giveaways sometimes there. So if you want to maybe win some game keys and hang out with an awesome community, my Twitch is the place you go, especially if you want to ask me any questions live. I also have a Twitter, an Instagram, a Discord. Feel free to check me out on those other platforms as well and ask me questions there. I'm going to get to work on this video. I got a lot of work to do. Peace. Bye-bye.